My name is Emily. I'm a teacher, and I love my job. I work at a local school, and my students are bright and curious. Teaching has always been my passion, and seeing my students grow and learn every day fills me with joy. Last year, everything in my life seemed normal. I had a good routine: wake up early, go to school, spend time with my students, grade papers, and unwind at home with a good book or a movie. But then, something unexpected happened. I met Daniel. Daniel was the new math teacher at our school. He was charming, intelligent, and had a sense of humor that made even the dullest meetings enjoyable. We started talking more often, sharing lunch breaks, and even staying late at school to discuss lesson plans. Soon, our conversations shifted from work to personal stories. He told me about his dreams, his struggles, and his love for teaching. At first, I thought it was just a friendly connection, but soon I found myself looking forward to seeing him every day. We laughed a lot, and there was an undeniable chemistry between us. It felt so natural, so easy. It was only after several months that I realized I had developed feelings for him. One evening, we stayed late at school, grading papers in the empty teacher's lounge. The room was quiet except for the sound of our pens scratching against the papers. Then, Daniel sighed and leaned back in his chair. "Emily, do you ever feel like life is just passing by too quickly? Like you're stuck in the same routine every day?" he asked. I nodded, understanding his words more than I cared to admit. "Yeah, sometimes I do. But I guess that's just life, isn't it?" He looked at me then, a soft expression in his eyes. "Maybe. But sometimes, I think about what it would be like to just start over somewhere new. Just take a risk and go after something that makes you happy." I felt my heart skip a beat. Was he talking about me? Before I could ask, he changed the subject, and we continued grading. But that conversation stayed with me. Days turned into weeks, and our connection grew stronger. I started wondering if he felt the same way about me. He never mentioned having a girlfriend or a wife, so I assumed he was single. Then, one evening, I received a phone call. "Hello, is this Emily?" a woman's voice asked. "Yes, this is Emily," I answered hesitantly. "My name is Sarah," she said. "I'm Daniel's wife." My world tilted. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "What?" I whispered, my hands shaking. "We've been married for 5 years," Sarah continued. "I love him, and I don't want to lose him." I felt a lump in my throat. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because I saw you two together," she said. "I need you to know the truth." She sent me pictures of them, smiling, holding hands, looking so in love. Tears burned my eyes as I stared at the images. How could he do this to both of us? "I didn't know," I said weakly. "Please, Emily," Sarah begged. "Don't be the reason my family falls apart." Her words felt like a punch to the stomach. I wasn't the one who lied, but I also didn't want to be the cause of someone else's pain. "I'll stop seeing him," I said firmly, even though my heart was breaking. The next day, when I saw Daniel at school, he greeted me with a smile. But I couldn't return it. I felt betrayed, angry, and hurt. "Can we talk?" I asked. He nodded, and we found a quiet place. Sarah called me, I said. His face turned pale. Oh no. She told me everything, I continued. He looked guilty. I should have told you. Why didn't you? I asked, my voice shaking. I was scared, he admitted. I didn't want to lose you. I clenched my fists. But you have a wife, Daniel. This isn't fair. I know, he whispered. I made a mistake. It's too late, I said. I can't be with you. Daniel looked desperate. Please, don't leave me. Tears welled up in my eyes. You have Sarah, I said. I love you, he confessed. My chest ached. You need to choose, Daniel. You can't have both of us. Silence filled the space between us. He didn't know what to say. I won't wait for you, I said, turning away. Days passed. I focused on my job and tried to move on, but it wasn't easy. One night, feeling lonely, I thought about all the moments we had shared. I missed him, but I knew I had made the right choice. I called my best friend, Lisa. We met at a cafe, and I told her everything. You did the right thing, she said. You can't be with someone who's married. I know, I sighed. But it still hurts. That's normal, Lisa said. But you need to take care of yourself. Talking to her helped. I felt stronger. I knew I had to move on. A week later, I reached out to Sarah. I wanted to check on her. We met at a park, both feeling nervous. Thanks for meeting me, she said. I wanted to see how you're doing, I replied. It's been hard, she admitted. I'm scared he'll leave me. I saw the pain in her eyes. You're strong, I told her. Talk to him. Be honest. She nodded. You're right. I need to. I don't want to be a problem in your life, I assured her. Sarah looked at me with gratitude. Thank you, Emily. I decided to leave town. I needed a fresh start. My friends supported my decision. On my last day at school, I said goodbye to my students. As I packed my things, I thought about Daniel. I hoped he and Sarah could fix their marriage. When I arrived in the new city, I felt both nervous and excited. I started looking for a new job, and soon, I found a school where the teachers were kind and welcoming. I was happy to start again. One day, I got a message from Sarah. I talked to Daniel. We're trying to work things out, she wrote. I felt relieved. I'm happy for you, I replied. Thank you for understanding, she said. I smiled. It felt good to know I had done the right thing. Over time, I focused on my new life. I made new friends, enjoyed my work, and slowly healed. Love is complicated, but I still believed in it. I knew I was moving forward. And I knew that someday, love would find me again. Questions and answers. What is Emily's profession? Emily is a teacher. Where does Emily work? She works at a local school. How does Emily feel about her job? She loves her job and enjoys seeing her students grow and learn. What was Emily's daily routine before meeting Daniel? She woke up early, went to school, spent time with her students, graded papers, and relaxed at home with a book or a movie. Did Emily feel happy with her routine? Yes, but it seemed predictable and repetitive. Who is Daniel? Daniel is the new math teacher at Emily's school. What are Daniel's qualities? He is charming, intelligent, and has a great sense of humor. How did Emily and Daniel become close? They started talking more often, sharing lunch breaks, and working late together. What did Emily and Daniel talk about? At first, they discussed work, but later, they shared personal stories about their dreams and struggles. How did Emily start feeling about Daniel? She realized she had developed feelings for him. Did Daniel ever mention having a wife? No, he never mentioned being married. What did Daniel say that made Emily wonder about his feelings? He talked about starting over and chasing happiness. What was Emily's reaction to Daniel's words? She felt her heart skip a beat and wondered if he was talking about her. Who called Emily one evening? A woman named Sarah. Who is Sarah? Sarah is Daniel's wife. How long have Sarah and Daniel been married? They have been married for 5 years. What did Sarah tell Emily? She told Emily that she loved Daniel and didn't want to lose him. How did Emily react to the news? She was shocked, hurt, and felt betrayed. What did Sarah ask Emily to do? Sarah asked Emily not to be the reason her family falls apart. What decision did Emily make? She decided to stop seeing Daniel. How did Emily feel when she saw Daniel the next day? She felt betrayed, angry, and hurt. What did Emily tell Daniel? She confronted him about his marriage and told him that Sarah had called her. How did Daniel react? He looked guilty and admitted that he should have told Emily the truth. Why didn't Daniel tell Emily he was married? He was scared of losing her. What choice did Emily give Daniel? She told him he had to choose between her and his wife. What was Emily's final decision? She told Daniel she wouldn't wait for him and walked away. What did Emily do after leaving Daniel? She focused on her job and tried to move on. Who did Emily turn to for advice? She talked to her best friend, Lisa. What advice did Lisa give Emily? Lisa told Emily that she did the right thing and should take care of herself. Why did Emily reach out to Sarah? She wanted to check on her. Where did they meet? They met at a park. How was Sarah feeling? She was scared that Daniel would leave her. What advice did Emily give Sarah? She told Sarah to talk to Daniel and be honest with him. How did Sarah respond to Emily's advice? She agreed that she needed to talk to Daniel. What decision did Emily make for herself? She decided to leave town and start fresh. How did her friends react? They supported her decision. What did Emily's students say when she left? They were sad and said they would miss her. What did Emily do in the new city? She looked for a new job and found a welcoming school. How did she feel in her new life? She was nervous but also excited. Did she keep in touch with Sarah? Yes, Sarah sent her a message. What did Sarah say in her message? She told Emily that she and Daniel were trying to work things out. How did Emily feel about Sarah's message? She felt relieved and happy for her. What did Emily learn from this experience? She learned about love, honesty, and the importance of doing the right thing. How did she feel about the future? She believed that love would find her again someday. What final thought did Emily have? She knew she was moving forward and was ready for new adventures. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit like to support the channel, click subscribe so you don't miss the next story, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. What do you think about this story? Leave a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.